Hey, this is Man-Made Mead. It's time to go ahead and bottle the orange mead, which if you saw my taste test of it, that was a little bit ago, and I want to, since it's finished, finish it out and put it all the way into its bottles. So I ran out of little 187 milliliters, which are the tiny ones, and I was going to do a couple of those, but I don't have any, so I'm using just regular beer bottles for this. And I think I have about a gallon-ish. I'm not going to move it too much, but I have about a gallon-ish of mead. So it is time to go ahead and move it over. I bet I'll get 10 bottles of beer out of it, which is 10 beer bottles out of it. And I'll show you my process. I use a couple things. When you're bottling, you need to have normally a siphon of some sort with a hose or tube, and then a bottling wand. This bottling wand's super helpful because it just when it presses down on the bottom of the bottle, it releases the liquid and you can pick it up to stop. I like to use, this is a canning pot basically, and it's really thin, but I can hold my beer bottles in it and hopefully they don't fall over like that. It also keeps the mess from whatever I spill mead, ultimately, from being too crazy, being too big. So we're going from a higher surface to a lower surface, and I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, we're going to take our auto siphon and everything that's attached here, and we're going to basically just go into each beer bottle until I have gotten through all of the mead. The first one's always the hardest as a one-man job because you have to pump and also hold down the bottling wand at the same time, and it just does not always work that well. So once you get started though, it's not too bad. I will fill all of these up. It will take me maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes depending on how fast the auto siphon is working. And then the next step will be, of course, to cap them. All right, we have our beer bottles. We were able to get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 full beer bottles, and this one's like a quarter. It's what was at the very what was left, basically, and so I won't cap it because it's not a full bottle, of course. These extra bottles I'll put just back into my thing. Now I'll go ahead and move these out and hopefully not spill any. And we're going to cap it. I'm using orange caps because you know, it's an orange mead, so kind of have to follow that. And I don't have my labels printed out yet. I will get those printed out soon, and then I'll be able to put those on. But this last little bottle that has nothing, has just a little bit left, will be my own personal, gonna go ahead and drink, celebratory, finishing a mead kind of thing. And you do end up losing a little bit, generally, when you make mead and you're bottling, because the whole, it's hard to get the very end. And also, if you can kind of see here that there's a little bit of sediment and stuff at the bottom, I don't want that into a bottle. So you kind of risk, and you have to lose some ultimately. Let's go ahead and cap these with my bottle capper. All right, we're going to cap them. Like I said, orange caps, orange mead. And I like this capper. It's mounted on just a piece of wood, which means that it doesn't go anywhere. Before I didn't have it mounted, and it was kind of a pain. But simply enough, you just put your cap on, you make sure that the capper's at the right height, and you press down. And that puts a nice big cap on it. So I'll go ahead and cap them real fast. Since there's only 9, it'll take me just a quick moment, which is really easy. All right, so we have gone ahead and capped them, and they're a little bit, I got some meat on the side, so I'll have to wipe them off to make sure they don't get sticky for one, but two, so the labels will go on easier. And like I said, I don't have my labels printed out right now, so I can't put them on. Normally I'd have them printed out and just go ahead and put them on, but we don't have that today. The next step, clean up. I'm not going to record that because it's a pretty simple process. But this mead was really exciting to make because it was kind of an off the wall thing. The recipe for it was basically a traditional mead, and then I threw about 2 or 3 oranges in, and then 2 cups of orange juice in it, and wanted to see if that would impart that flavor, and it really did. It did a great job, and I think age has helped it big time. Citrus fruits and mead, it's a fine balance because the citrus can overtake the mead real quickly and become just kind of like this pine-solly, smelly, not great drink that's smooth. And like right now I have a lemon and lime mead that's already been bottled, but that one's really good. It took almost a year before it was good. So when you're making mead, don't always believe that it's going to be good in the first 3 months. Sometimes it takes some time for it to mellow out, calm down, especially if it's high gravity, high alcohol volume. It does take some time for the heat of the alcohol to bring down or come down and be smoother and easier to drink. That's why wines, a good wine can last a long time and taste better with age. So mead is similar to that in that you can let it age for a while. So I won't let these age for a terribly long time. I don't have enough bottles really to let it go for years and years, but I'll put one back as my taste it in a year or 2 bottle and then see how it is from there. But one thing that helped me with that is I put sorbate, potassium sorbate, and potassium metabisulfite, one to stabilize it initially so I could back sweeten, because I did back sweeten just a little bit with some honey. But then that also allows it to keep for longer, to where I don't have to worry about about it going bad. And that will hopefully be seen in 2 years or 3 years whenever I try it again, and it's still good, hopefully. But we'll put labels on, and it'll be great. So thank you for watching. If you want to help support me and help me continue to make more meads and more content and inform you guys on topics you want to know about, follow me on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe and do all those things down there. There's a bell, of course, that will tell you when I upload things, because sometimes YouTube doesn't always give the notification out. And so I want you to hopefully see my content. You can also recommend down in the comment section, hey, I would love to see a video about this. I would love to know more about this, whatever. And I would love to try and talk about it if I can, give as much knowledge as I can about it. You can also go to our Facebook group, Man-Made Meadery, and become one of the community members there, where we get to just talk about mead making. And it's just a fun time to get to communicate with people who are all sharing the same passion. Then I have a Patreon where you can see early access content. My patrons saw this video a couple days before it came out on YouTube. And there's also exclusive live streams and just some fun stuff over there. That's also a great community, and it supports me. It helps me continue to run this channel, continue to do all the things that I want to do, and hopefully be able to make mead as long as I can. And then, of course, I have a merchandise store, Society 6, and some various other links. But I would appreciate you guys checking those out, and everything you do, whether it be a like, a comment, or just watching my video, you're supporting me, and I appreciate that. So thank you for helping me out. I hope you guys have a great day. If you have questions, leave them down below. And as always, cheers.